When you imagine the term the computer hardware, you probably think of the guts inside your personal computer at home or the one in your classroom. However, computer hardware does not necessarily have to do with personal computers. Instead, computer hardware can be found in automobiles, microwave ovens, CD players, DVD players, and even our phones. There's a fact that says in 2003, only 0.2% of all microprocessors sold were for personal computers. Today we will discuss the main internal hardware of a computer. Hardware is best described as any physical component of a computer system, very much separate to software that executes or runs on the hardware. There's a vast amount of internal parts to the computer. We will discuss the major ones. All computer devices have at least a motherboard. The motherboard is a part of the computer that wires all the other parts together. It is a printed circuit board and includes a CPU and a memory. Every component of your computer connects directly into the motherboard. Then we have the processor, or the CPU, which is basically the calculator. And the processor is responsible for interpreting every code it receives from the other computer components and making it usable to your operating system. Though it's simply a single chip, the processor's speed determines the overall speed of your computer. The CPU contains a control unit and the arithmetic logic unit, or ALU. With a modern processor, data travels close to the speed of light, which is close to 300 million meters per second. Speed of a signal can depend on the type of metal in the wire through which the signal is traveling. Most electrical signals are traveling about 75 to 90% of the speed of light. CPUs are getting faster and faster. In fact, Moore's law says computer processors double in complexity every 2 years. Then we get to one of the most important parts of the computer, which is the drives. There are many types of drives within the computer. We have Blu-rays, we have CD-ROM, DVD, floppy drive if you're from the 90s, and then we have hard drives. The most common is the hard drive. The hard drive is essential. It is the part that stores your information. If you upload a picture to your computer, it is stored on the hard drive. The hard drive capacity is measured in megabytes, though some massive computers today have a measurement of terabytes. The hard drive is a set of disks that sit inside the computer housing. Though other devices may store data, such as thumb drives, the hard drive is fixed into your computer and cannot be removed. Then we go on to the display adapter. Whether a graphic card or part of the motherboard, the display adapter is the component of your computer that interprets video signal. They define how frequently your monitor refreshes, how many colors the display supports, and the maximum resolutions. This is mostly found in all computers basically, but you can see them in 3D graphics, and they require a significant power and cooling. Then we have the RAM. The RAM, which is the random access memory, is the part of the computer that is used as instant memory. RAM is always in use as a temporary location to execute instructions from your computer. For example, if you run many programs at once, you may need to upgrade your RAM because your computer is using more memory. RAM comes in many different configurations. The most is dynamic, and the other is called SRAM, which runs at a higher speed. And then to keep all of your computer functioning correctly, we have the fan. And there's many different fans, and it's designed to circulate air throughout the computer. Computers use a lot of energy, so they produce high levels of heat. And to combat this, we use different types of fans, such as a case fan, which helps to circulate air within the computer case. Then we have a CPU fan, which helps to pull and blow out hot air off the processor. And then the power supply fan, which blows hotter air out of the power supply and out of the computer. And then video card fans, which help you to keep a powerful video card from overheating, especially when you're playing video games or editing video and other graphic intensive tasks. Most computers today now have a modem or a broadband modem, and it's a hardware device that connects a computer or router to a broadband network. This is where we kind of get our internet from. And then within those is other things such as network interface cards and Ethernet cards, which allow us to connect to networks such as home network or internet using an Ethernet cable. And that's mostly the major components to the internal part of a computer. If you have any questions, please ask, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.